My name is Kaylyn M, and the book that I reviewed was The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. It is a biography of her life. Jeanette, the main characters are Jeanette Walls, which is shown to the right, holding the hat, and her brother is in the middle, Brian, and her sister Lori, who is the oldest, is the far left. Her dad is a drunk, and her mom just does whatever her dad says. And her dad would take money from the kids to go feed his habit, and he would be gone for weeks at a time, and he would just not show up, and they would just say, well, Dad will eventually come back. The mom has a teaching certificate, but she doesn't want to work. She wants to create art in which no one buys. So they are dirt poor, and she would hide behind trash cans in school and take people's leftovers that they'd thrown away and eat. That's the only thing that she had to eat in her house. The plot of the story is they travel a lot because they call it the skedaddle. Whenever bill collectors come, or welfare services, or anything like that come after them, they just move. They constantly are on the go. They travel the whole West, is how it put it in the book. They go from California to Nevada, and they end up in Welch, West Virginia, where his parents are from. And the kids hated Welch, and they wanted to move to New York City. And her sister Lori was a senior in high school, and so they decided to save up enough money to send her to New York City to go to college in New York. The setting varies because where they move so much, they go from California to Nevada, and then at the very end they end up in New York City where they try to be the whole entire time. My favorite part of the story was probably whenever they're all reunited and established on their own, and they don't have to rely on their parents to pretty much put them down all the time, and then the parents actually come to them, and the parents want to be homeless. They don't want money or anything like that. They say that there's people worse off than them, and they're not really concerned about it. My least favorite part of the book would probably be the colorful language that is used, because the dad is a drunk and he has some very, very colorful language. I would recommend this book to anybody over the age of probably 14, 15, because there's a few F-word bombs in there, and it's just, there's some sexual references, and I think that it should be 14-ish, maybe 13, but I won't go any farther than that. In conclusion, I really like the book, and it's a really good read. It's worth reading.